My name is Ben, and lately I've been thinking about something that has to do with self-confidence. Waking up seeing myself in the mirror just make me feel disappointed. I don't know why, but there's a burden inside me. It's heavy, and I want to let it go, but why I can't? Maybe I'm afraid to see myself in another perspective. Have you ever felt ashamed? Have you feel embarrassed? Have you ever feel you're not good? Have you ever feel you're not enough? Have you ever feel in vain?
Okay, class, so who wants to answer my question? Oh, no one. Okay, Danielle, very good. Answer it, please.
Have you ever felt disappointed? All because of yourself. I remember one day I was walking in the street, my friends saw me and asked me to join their team for the upcoming basketball competition or what to play, but I am afraid that might disappoint them. Instead, so I declined. I remember one of my classmates once approached me and asked me why I'm covering my face. I just answered, because I just want to. Little did he know that I was this embarrassed to do what I do, and I envy other people for having that kind of look. I remember one day I looked myself at the mirror and noticed my king badge. I lost weight because of so much stress brought by this feeling that I have about ending my life. I am so suffocated, I could breathe. It seems like someone is choking me that suddenly when I look at the mirror I saw someone. Someone is really choking me. Teardrops spill from my eyes when I realize that someone is me. I stand in front of the mirror seeing my own reflection with tears. I understand. The one that causes me burden myself, my own self, my dear self. I only have myself, but instead of pouring it with confidence, I poured it with so much self-doubt that chained me in a very dark room, unable to breathe and show me. I chained myself from seeing what I am and from what I can, without knowing that I also chained my hopes and dreams with me. I forbade myself to live and I forbade myself to breathe. In the very moment I understand that the burden is me, in the very moment I found the cave, that without knowing I am searching for so long, the cave to free myself from the burden. The cave from within is the cave of acceptance. I accept myself for who I am, for what I can, for what I have, and for what I become. I accept me, and I will show to everybody.
Hi, Ben. What's up? You know what? I know this is not really your thing, but our team is really needing for some participants for events like ML, solo singing competitions, and Faces of Intrams for our upcoming event, which is the intramurals, online intramurals. I know that you heard about it, right? And I know that this is so vague to ask you because this is not your thing, joining some competition or whatsoever, but I'm still here to ask you. So,
you know what, bro?
can you join?
I've been thinking about this
in?
lately.
If you,
Something that has to do with
if you don't want to, then
No, bro. I'm doing
then
this.
that's the
I
spirit.
don't trust myself.
I'm gonna fight back
I can do
for
this and
the
I will do this. So, bro,
got bruises where I came from, but I wouldn't change it.
Okay,
Back
I'm
to
going
the
to leave you
restart.
now.
I ain't gonna
Bye.
lie, these beautiful scars.
Bye.
I've been going way too hard on myself, cause that is the reason I've been feeling like hell. But I wouldn't change it. Back to restart. I ain't gonna hide these beautiful scars. Hide these. I ain't gonna hide these. Hide these beautiful scars.
Hello everyone, this is me, Janet, and today let us all know about the material stuff. Are we materialistic? Are we satisfied with our possessions? And does these possessions of us make us happy? Well, let us all know about that later. So let us know what is material self. Well, William James defined material self as everything that an individual considers to be his or hers. Not only his or her body as material possession, but also his or her reputation and belief. Thus, oneself is the sign of one's personality. So his material belongings.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles and bubbles. Girls with tattoos were like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Stop watching, my neck is fuzzy. Make big deposits, my gloss is chocolate. You like my hair? Gee, thanks, just drop it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it, yeah, I want it.
I realized that in my life, I've frequently focused on some material items, imagining that I'd be a lot more joyful in the event that I had. I've additionally been working for some time at disposing of things that I've had for quite a while but basically don't use. And it's an awesome lesson to me about exactly how much crap I've gained and exactly how long and cash I've invested securing it. We are all materialists to some extent. We, as a whole, use and appreciate material products in our day-by-day lives, and a large part of us essentially couldn't get by without them. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as our craving for material products doesn't control us and our options. So that's for today, guys.
Material self belongs to the physical representations, and these are the tangible elements of your life, like a house gives us shelter from the outside, cars helps us get to places faster, money helps us buy things we need such as food, shelter, and even access to education. Jewelry and other material possessions helps boost our confidence. It is obvious in our modern world that people value material things more than the meaning of life, such as family, friends, and even peace of mind. But we cannot deny that these things also have value because they make our lives easier. Personally, I do not own a lot of material things. I am a simple girl who strives for her basic needs. My clothes are simple and not high fashion, and my shoes are also simple but functional. I do not own any jewelry or any car. I do not always invest in brand new things as long as I don't need to. If my things are still functional, then I don't need anything new. Thank you. Even though I live a simple life, I am happy and contented with what I have. As I've said, I am a simple girl that likes simple things. Enhancing my possessions is not in my state of mind right now. Materialism is driven mainly by low self-esteem. Improve yourself and get over the desire for material possessions.
Welcome to my discussion about understanding the self in the aspect of political self. As this is about political self, you may be thinking about politics, governments, and democracy. But no, that's a broader topic for us to discuss. What we are going to discuss for today is about political self, which focuses on being yourself as a citizen of the Philippines. Now, let's begin. Political self is a conceptually discrete group of inner and outer in reality that constantly communicates, shapes, and informs each other. These are some of the objectives of the political self. First is describing the essence, roles, and roots of the political self. Next is to discuss the role of the family, school, and church in the development of the political self, and determine the significance of social interaction in the development of political self. And last is to identify and explain viewpoints for the development of the political self. So, who is the Filipino?
Filipino people are those who are born in the Philippines, having Filipino parents, living in the Philippines as a Filipino resident. What does it mean to be a Filipino? Being a Filipino means to be part of a family and to support one another. You can see it in any time the Filipinos are around. It doesn't matter whether we are linked to blood or not. We are still there for each other.
What makes a genuine Filipino?
A genuine Filipino is one who is born in the archipelago of the Philippines as a resident of the Republic of the Philippines and speaks one of the approximately 150 languages of the Philippines as his or her native language.
To be a proud and real Filipino, one must be an active Filipino citizen.
A good Filipino citizen is aware of current events and participates in government programs aimed at growth and development in the country. One must also study the Philippine history, research the history of the Philippines. The journey of the Philippines is long and bloody, and by studying and truly understanding the events of the history of the Philippines, you can learn so much as to why it is so important for you to love your country with your life.
Language was a long and hard as the Philippine history. Jose Rizal highlighted the importance of speaking of a national language as a way of disciplining the law in one's country. Speaking Filipino also serves as a unique identifier and being a Filipino. We all know that the Filipino has values and traits. So this is the sum Filipino values and traits. Filipino values and traits. Number 1 is that is being hospitality. This is often the most popular identities of the Filipino. Number 2 is respect. This is often observed not just by younger people but also by people of all ages. The sample of that is paggamit ng po at opo. So the third one is strong family ties and religious. Being generosity, strong work ethic, and love and caring. The students must have this. Identify the aspects that make up the Filipino identity, develop a sense of pride and nationalism to the Filipino heritage, and lastly, pointed out ways by which one can show a being Filipino.
Hi guys, welcome to another video of AA. Today, we're gonna talk about an interesting and at the same time, a very relatable topic. I am Ara Aina Uto.
And then I am Eliza May S. Alwid, and this is another perspective that we're going to take and discuss. This is the digital self.
And this is
The digital self.
Whether we like it or not, we all have a digital self, a mask that we put on in the digital world.
Think about it. Could you live without your smartphones, laptops, computers, and such? Do you have a Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram? How often do you use that? Will you do everything just to achieve the sense of satisfaction? Will you fake your personality just to fit in a digital world?
On such sites, users normally disclose personal information such as their name, age, address, birth date, and many more. Some users also provide a very personal information about themselves, such as their hobbies, likes, dislikes, relationship status, their thoughts, and important event in their lives.
Sharing of information isn't about letting others know more about you, but for more to let others know if you are within their standards or their qualification. If oneself can be acceptable to them, especially when it comes to adolescents and adults, for their social image as a person or as an individual.
Things you might not know about Tim Berners-Lee. He made the World Wide Web in 1989. Where you are likely watching this video is used by millions of people every day for everything from checking the weather, ordering food, and chatting with friends, to raising funds, sharing news, or starting revolutions. We use it from our computers, our phones, even cars. We all know that the internet has already become an integral part of everyday life for most of the world's population. The main purpose of World Wide Web is to conceive and develop to meet the demand for automatic sharing between scientists in different universities around the world.
For the first time, more than half of the world's population are using social media right now. There are 3.96 billion who are using social media in the whole world, while in the Philippines, there are 7.9 million that are using social media, and that is insanely interesting.
Identity. So what is identity? It is the fact of being who or what a person or a thing is. It is about who you are, the way you think about yourself, and the way people view as you. It is about your characteristics, your likes, your dislikes, your birthday, your beliefs, your expressions, and even your shoe size.
Online identity or internet identity. It is a social identity that an internet user establishes in online community. Online identity can be a form of anything. It can be a media
profile or a forum account. It is a sum of your characteristics and interactions. Self-presentation. Self-presentation refers to an individual's attempt to control how he or she projects himself or herself in a social interaction.
It is a goal-directed, conscious or unconscious attempt to influence the perception of other people about a person, object, or events by regulating and controlling information in social interaction. In other terms, impression management is how to make favorable impression, how to perceive others and evaluate others on the basis of dress, makeups, hairstyle, manner, and general behavior, and also our body language. So there are types of impression management, which is constructive and strategic. Constructive helps in the affirmation of self-identity. Strategic helps the attainment of some interpersonal goal. I hope you guys enjoy watching.
And I hope you guys learned something.
Let us promote peace, hope, and love. Bye!
So you have already met the different aspects of the self. They presented to you the physical, material, political, and digital aspects of the self that make it an individual person. It is a combination of these 4 aspects of the self that make each one of us unique and different from others. All 4 of these aspects are equally important. If you want to feel whole and lead healthy, satisfying lives, we need to focus a certain amount of time and attention in understanding, developing, and integrating each aspect within ourselves. At times, to nurture and support yourself. At others, you may castigate and hate yourself. You can praise and be proud of who you are, or you can be quite critical and judgmental of yourself. I believe that yourself needs to be defended and strengthened in order for you to have a fulfilling and gratifying life and express your strengths and views and have pleasant life experiences.
Hello, good DJ Marian. I am Edelbert Amcalag and I'm with Roland Tanya Elimina, and you're watching Group 8 Innovation. As you all know, there are different kinds of self, but we will only tackle 4 of them. Do you know what are those 4 groups? Of course, partner. The 4 types that will be tackled are the physical self, the digital self, the material self, and the political self. Right, and to explain further, here are some groups. Enjoy watching! Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Chris, ganda forma. Saan punta? Nice shirt. It looks cool. You look like a good student that way.
Sana all nakaporma.
Cristobal, hi, good morning.
Hi, babe. Kumain ka na ba?
That's enough. I know Pogi si Cristobal, but first, let's talk about love and life. How do you define love and life? Do you love your life right now? Kung ano, kung buhay meron kayo?
Mama ko po.
Yes?
Opo, ma'am. I love my life right now. Wait, Concha?
Yes po.
Concha, makinig ka. I love my life right now because my life is you.
Yes, Mr. Fight?
Ma'am? Mister? Do I look a Mr. Po?
I'm sorry. So how about you, Miss Fight? How do you define love and life?
Cristobal, Concha po, ma'am.
be Chris, you have to agree with me. Choose and watch that I order for you will be delivered and received in your house for a few hours later.
Smart?
Yes, baby.
Yes. Akin na yun, ah. What you guys do it?
Mga pre, nasa online class tayo, pwede naman siguro wag dito, diba?
You're right, it's too obvious. They both love one guy. And mom is here. A little respect, please.
Fair enough.
Sorry po, ma'am.
It's fine, it's fine. I have an emergency coming up, guys. I'll just leave an activity. Pwede na kayo mag-out. Mauna na ako. Salamat sa cooperation. Goodbye and thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Tagalog.
Mhm.
About earlier, you don't have to wrap yourself up. Pwede ka naman mag-ano kung gusto ko.
Okay, we're out. Bye.
Bye.
Sana all.
Sir.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Are you guys okay? May dumating na report in my office na nagkaroon ng initan at awayan na umabot pa sa social media. At tila dahil ito daw sa selos ng isang poging estudyante. May pogi ba na estudyante sa campus natin? Totoo ba ito, guys?
Yes, sir.
Opo, sir. Itong baklang to, nang agaw po kahit lalaki naman siya.
Che, ewan ko sa'yo. Bakit? Babae lang pa may karapatan magkagusto sa gwapong si Bibi Concha ko. Di ba, sir? May karapatan din ako.
Karapatan? Karapatan mo mukha mo.
Guys, pwede ba? Huwag na tayong mag-away. Ako lang to. Yes, sir. Tapos nag-away kayo. Respeto naman, guys.
Okay guys, okay. Naiintindihan ko ang mga nararamdaman ninyo dahil dumaan din ako dyan. Normal na makagusto ang isang tao sa kapwa-tao at walang masama. Pero sa ngayon, dahil mga bata pa kayo at dami pa kayong mga bagay na darating sa inyong buhay, pwede naman natin i-focus muna yung naisip natin sa pag-aaral. At ito pa, gusto ko rin ipaabot sa inyo bakit nagpatawag ako ngayon ng counseling sa inyong tatlo. Dahil gusto ko malaman ninyo at gusto ko malaman ng bawat isa sa inyo ang responsable na paggamit ng social media. At huwag tayo mag-focus na ng negative na bagay sa ating mga kapwa kasi mas masaya, di ba guys? At isa yan sa mga rules and regulation ng ating paralan na maging responsable in using our social media. Naintindihan ba niyo guys?
Opo, sir.
O, sir.
Sir, sorry po talaga. Isumabot ko sa social media ang aming away.
Sir, hindi ko mauwi po. Sorry po.
Dapat lang. Kasi pati ako, nasisira sa inyo.
Sorry po.
Okay. Bakit guys? Okay. Before we end this counseling, dapat magkabati na kayong lahat. Promise me na hindi na ito maulit. Understood?
Yes, sir. Sorry, tayo advice. Hindi ko nakakamit yung Concha ko. Sa'yo na siya. Hanap na akong bagong boyfriend.
Tawag ka. Okay, okay lang. And, babe, sorry. Sorry sa inyo.
I hope you all understand what we're trying to portray in this video. To further explain the aspect of self, here are some videos.
First things first. What is the physical self? Let's hear it from Kim.
Yes, Mark. So the physical self refers to our body that can be easily examined and observed. For example, the color of your hair, the color of your skin, or the shape of your body. When we say self-image, we're not just talking about the physical attributes. We're also looking into the abilities, appearance, and personality a person has. Self-concept, on the other hand, is the idea of the self as constructed from the beliefs of one, which holds about oneself and the responses of others. Self-concept provides an answer to questions such as, who am I? Or, how do I define myself? Lastly, self-esteem is simply how much we appreciate and like ourselves, or used to describe a person's overall sense of self-worth or personal value.
Next is the digital self. What is the digital self? According to our study, this refers to the aspect of self that is expressed or shared with others through online interactions on the internet. We all know that millions and millions of people surrounded the earth are engaged in social media, and because of this, it has become a part of self, and that is the digital self. Users usually upload or post personal information or something what are they think of.
Exactly, Mark. From the video that was presented earlier, the character expresses feelings towards the other with the use of social media. But because of his anger, he posted something hurtful to manipulate the anger of his enemy. Well, yes, that was kind of bad, but please don't take it seriously, everyone. We're not suggesting anything in here. We're not suggesting that you do the same because that was just an example.
Sometimes, people tend to create their own version of themselves. Kaya, isa din ito sa rason kung bakit maraming poster. Hay nako! Anyway, ang daming dadal no? Let's get back to the topic. Digital self is somehow important. Mismanaging may cause any harm not only for others. Kunwari, may binuli kayo, but also to you because you're throwing shame on your name Use that kind of self in a good way.
So, as we all know, the material self refers to tangible objects, people, or places that carry the designation of oneself. From what you saw in the video earlier, the guy claims the thing as his own because it was given to him, which means he believes that he has full authority to declare ownership. So in terms of clothes, clothing is a form of self-expression. We choose and wear clothes that are a reflection of ourselves. As Herman Lotze says, anytime we bring an object into the surface of our body, we invest that object into the consciousness of our personal existence, taking in its contours to be our own and making it a part of the self. Through clothing, it shows how confident we are and boosts ourselves to do more and be free. Just like the video earlier, it directly affects how others see him as a good student just by dressing neatly. Your clothes are what describes your material self. It is a reflection of who you are.
Exactly. According to William James, a man's self is the sum total of all that he can call it. The material self is the one that reflects us. What is the political self? One of the most important aspects of politics is the capacity to lead and influence a group of people. Leadership is the process by which a certain group member motivates and guides the group. Studies reveal that the effective leaders have the ability to stick to their goals, have the self-confidence or charisma to influence their followers, and also have the ability to communicate in clear and simple language, and also have enough optimism and faith in the group that inspired them to follow. Political self develops in family, school, church, peers, and media. Political self and identity develop through socialization. As an individual, political self is already in us. Because leading and teaching yourself the right things to do and by making decisions for yourself is an essential of political self.
The political self explores how our social and economic context profoundly affect our mental health and well-being. The word politics was derived from the Greek word politica, which means affairs of the cities. Politics is the process of making decisions that applies to all the members of the group. It is the ability to govern and control over the group of people in the community, state, or nation. It can be inferred from this that a person's ability to influence others by making decisions for them is one of the essential qualities in one's political self.
We hope you enjoy watching our video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Keep safe and Father bless. today we are going to explain briefly about physical self. But first, let us introduce ourselves first.
Hi guys, I am Jane and right beside me is my sister Giselle.
So let's get started. Let me ask you, what is physical self for you? Physical self, for my own definition, is how you present yourself to others. It is basically on how you look physically, and it is a self-awareness. Physical self for me is an individual perception of himself or herself in the physical domain. Aside from that, there are some areas in countries that their definition of beauty is different from our perception of beauty. Like in the country Myanmar, they wear big rings in their neck to attract the men of their tribes.
For many women, makeup is a confidence booster. They are confident to go outside and hang out with their friends. Makeup is a form of art, and just like many other forms, it is also a lot of fun. You can try out different looks using makeup. It can transform yourself into a new person or even prettier.
Wear something formal when you go to work, but it depends on the office you work if they require uniform. So when you go to work, you should look presentable from head to toe. From your hair, it shouldn't be messy. And then light makeup in your face. Wear a comfortable clothes that is suited for your work.
So what's up guys, for today's video we're talking about political self. So first, what is political self? Political self is a conceptually discrete categories of inner and outer in reality, constantly interact, shape, and inform each other. A person treats another as a kappa, a shared sense of identity and consciousness with that other person. So that's all guys, peace!
Refers to tangible objects, people, or places that carry the designation my or mine. Two subclasses of material self can be distinguished. First, the bodily self, the extracorporeal, beyond the body self. It is not the physical entities themselves, however, that comprise material self. The whole of material self is all of the elements that reflect who you are, like possession, car, home, body, and clothes.
Hello, I'm currently right now in my bedroom. So as you can see, this is my bed. So I'm just going to show you my wardrobe and what clothes I wear usually. So here, it's just a temporary room. This is actually my parents' room. As you can see, the large bed. Currently, they're at the garden. So this is what clothes I wear. So first off is my scarf. I wear this mostly every day when I'm at school. And this is my watch. And this one's my bag. It's actually small. And then this is my usual clothing from whenever I go out. This is my pants and my shorts and my house clothes. Usually I just wear this when I'm at home. So just what my wardrobe outlook looks like. I just don't wear much clothing. So yeah, that's it. Bye.
the digital self. By the way, this is my first time to do this vlog and I'm doing this for academic purposes. So please, bear with me guys as I talk about the digital self. So first, let's define what is digital self. Digital self is one of the aspects that is expressed or shared through online interactions. And it's categorized as who we are or who we feel ourselves to be. And it's so important because of how advanced we have in the world of technology, especially now in our new normal setup. So let me answer your question, everyone. Who are you in the cyber world and who are you in your actual self or in your real life? Well, all of us has a different perspective about this. And of course, we are the one who can answer it. Because it determines of who we are and what we are in the world of technology. People nowadays are more actively engaging using the internet because others are assumed that they are different identities or personalities while in the cyberspace. According to the study, that our digital self is considered as a part of our extended self because in the digital self, we are able to act differently unlike in our real identity. Why we act differently when we are in the cyberspace? Because we want to boost our self-esteem, like uploading photos and status online, which we can receive a heart react and positive feedback in which ultimately help to boost our self-esteem. Actually guys, anong malaki kay confidence na ipakita ng mga personalities in your real life. That's why sabi nakita mo siya sa media, social media like Facebook, nag-upload ka photos dito, then you can receive a positive feedback for that. That's why it can help to boost your self-esteem. And also in the digital self, we have a bigger sense of freedom, unlike in real life, because it allows us to express ourselves in any way we want without the criticism of others. And also, we can gain more friends, unlike real life, especially that you are not enough confidence to interact with other people. The digital world allows us to make some friends or to gain more friends. Before I end this video, everyone, I just want you to know that the digital world has provided us with greater opportunities to express and change ourselves to the ideal person that we want. But what we all need to remember is that be true to yourself, not just in the digital self, but also in real life, and live to the fullest, without the expectations of other people that might be pressure to you.
Hi everyone, so Miss Erica Magdugo already showed you what digital self is. So now I'm gonna be the one to discuss and explain to you some of my experiences or more of a observation about digital self in the new normal setup. So just sit right there, relax, enjoy, and watch as I discuss about digital self in the new normal setup. What is digital self? Digital self is one of the aspects of the self that is shared or expressed through online interaction on the internet, specifically on social networking sites or social media. We all know what social media is, right? Like there's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and many more. In this new normal setup, we are all using social media because since we cannot go outside and hang out with our friends or even go outside to go to classes, right? We have this new learning that we are on right now. And also, most of the time we use social media to interact with others, to share some knowledge or information with others, right? We're expressing ourselves on social media right now in this new normal setup. Do you mind if I ask you how many hours do you spend in a day scrolling up and down in social media, like before the pandemic and right now that we are in this new normal setup? Of course, you won't answer me. So now I'll just gonna chat my friends and put here some screenshots of their answers. So I'll be back when all of them answered my question. So update guys, they replied already. So most of their answer is that before the pandemic they spend 2 to 3 hours in a day in social media. While right now that in the new normal setup they spend 7 to 8 hours in a day scrolling up and down in social media. Like I'll put some screenshots along here. This one, that one. As what I've noticed in this new normal setup, a lot of people, especially teenagers, put on theatrical masks for social approval or acceptance. If you're one of them and you're watching this vlog, I encourage you to listen very carefully. All I can say is that you guys don't need to put on that theatrical mask. Because, just be proud of yourself. Be proud of who you are, what you are, and where you're from. Because, just love yourself. So when you learn to do so, when you learn how to love yourself, people will definitely start loving and appreciating you. To wrap it all in this new normal setup where in the use of social media, stress and toxic people can be found anywhere, I want to remind you guys to please do not be affected and do not let to be eaten up by those negative things and doings. Do not let social media negatively affect your digital self.
The physical self. What is physical self? So, physical self concept is the individual's perception of themselves in areas of physical ability and appearance. Physical ability includes concepts such as physical strength and endurance, while appearance refers to attractiveness. You can say that physical self is the things we can see in ourselves, and the first you see when you look at someone, maybe their face, dress, nose, or body. They are all examples of physical properties. Let's talk about body image. So, body image refers to how individuals perceive, think, and feel about their body and physical appearance. How you perceive and how you see yourself, your physical body. Do you think you are attractive? Do you think you are skinny or fat? Do you think you're healthy? Do you think you are tall or short? Whatever you think of yourself, that is body image. When we say appearance, it is everything about the person that others can observe, such as height, weight, skin color, clothes, and hairstyles. Through appearances, people show others of what kind of person they are. The way we dress speaks about our personality, though sometimes it can be misinterpreted by other people. At the end of the day, how we present ourselves shows other people who we are. You must need to feel good, no matter what is your skin tone. It might be black, white, brown, or tan. Whatever your height, your weight, it can be pear, inverted triangle, apple rectangle, or hourglass figure. And also, it includes your hair types. You can be body positive image, self-esteem. Some teenagers are conscious about different parts of their body. Usually, teenager stage are more bothered about their looks. We talked about body image. Literally, it includes your self-esteem. So again, self-esteem is a person's overall evaluation of her or his own worth. Our body image is based on our standards of physical appearance, but body image can affect our self-esteem. If we have negative body image, we are more likely to have a low self-esteem. And if ever we have positive body image, it increases our self-esteem. Importance of physical self. By improving yourself and accepting your flaws and imperfection, it will give you peace of mind and satisfaction. Also, it helps you to be physically and mentally healthy. And that would be all. Thank you.
What's up, Jay Marian? So my name is Faye Pelenio, and I will be discussing about the material self. So let's start. So material self is all about the physical elements that reflect who you are. For example, possessions, cars, home, body, and clothes. So in short, these are the tangible objects, places, or even people which have the label mind. According to William James, the material self is primarily about our clothes, bodies, immediate family, and home. It is because we are deeply affected by these things and we put much investment of ourselves to them. So the first one is the body. According to James, it is the core of the material self because
we make sure that it functions well and good. Preferential attachment for example, the plastic surgery, it is very common because some of the people nowadays are not very confident with their physical appearance. So they spend their money, undergo different treatments just to make themselves satisfied with their physical appearance. So the next one is clothes. We all know that clothing is a form of self-expression. The fabric and the style of the clothes we wear bring sensations to the body to which directly affect our attitudes and behaviors. What's up, everyone? So, my name is Kimberly Perez, and I will be the one to continue the topic, which is still in line with the material side. So, after the clothes, we will proceed now to immediate family. Immediate family, this includes our parents, siblings, and other families members. We view them as a part of ourselves. So, immediate family is a very into those roles of a person, like a father, like a mother, and all the siblings. As we see, our parents, if they have a problem, we also affected on the problem that they have. So that, as a child, or as a children, we also think that what is the solution of their problem? Because one of the treasure keys in this world is to have a parents. So according to Russell Belk in 1988, he says that we regard our possessions as parts of ourselves. We are what we have and what we possess. However, material possessions gains higher value in our lifetime. So, in material possession to find happiness, things to significant events accomplished in people in our lives. It is our sub-concept that our past even, and that's the end of my topic. And it's all about immediate family and home. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lord Emperance. And I am a Filipino citizen. Why? Just because I'm born in the Philippines. My parents are from the Philippines. Is in the Philippines. My whole life has been here in the Philippines, as you can say. Let me share global life as a Filipino citizen. And standing in this society. Let's start my family. I'm the oldest son of four and there are boys. I think when I say eldest, the one who was wander around or the boss. But that's not how every works for me. I'm the eldest, and I am who is responsible for everything. I mean, everything. In every situation, I still control everything. Every burden is coming to me. And authority is with me. It also is I take the side of you are the leader, then must take all responsibility. Trust me, it's faith. In school, I am not the leader, but just when a teacher said pass this before due date or do the assignment, never come. In school, you will learn discipline. And you don't turn it quiet. I just go along with the path and follow the rules and regulation, and that's it. I survived as a student. My role here in society, here in the Philippines, is simple. As a Filipino, I engage in our cultural practices. To become a Filipino, I must follow rules. To become a Filipino, I must comply with the standards. K-12 was implemented, and I became a senior high school. Online education was implemented, and I am pursuing civil engineering, learning from online class. Online class, we are quarantined. Social distance and wearing face shield and face mask was imposed, and I must follow, because those are the rules, and also QR code is a regulation, and also I must comply. You see, all of these affects my personality. Everything that I am experiencing from family, school, society, from my family, where small governments are. From school, where you learn to comply and discipline. The society where you are proud of. All of this makes you who you are today. All of these experiences make me a Filipino citizen. All of these experiences from family, school, society make me who I am today. That's why I am a Filipino. So you can say that I'm a little I don't care. All I want to do is not a little fight that happens. Comply with the rules. Doing that, I can finish school and use my civil engineering. That's all for me. Thank you.
So hi guys, I'm India Porto and ngayon gagawa tayo ng vlog and ang vlog na gagawin natin or ang content ng ating vlog ngayon is all about political self and being a Filipino. So hi guys, good morning, happy Sunday to everyone. So ngayon nagpe-prepare tayo to go to church because today is Sunday and yeah, Filipino is also known for being religious. So this is our way to thank God. So let's go mag-prepare tayo.
2,000 years later.
So ayun guys, we're done preparing. So ngayon we are now ready to go to church. At since that now is time of pandemic, so hindi pwede na pupunta tayo sa church without alcohol, yes dapat, and without a mask. So let's go. So dito sa aming church, we observe or we follow the protocol kung ano yung nakatukan sa aming barangay. So pagpasok mo lang, ito na agad yung nakalagay. Ito siya. Yes, magsuot ng face mask. Hi guys, so ngayon natapos na tayo magsimba. So pauwi na tayo sa bahay kasi yung church namin is malapit lang din sa bahay.
Oh my God!
Pag-usapan natin kung sino ba talaga ang mga Pilipino. So tayong mga Pilipino, kilala tayo bilang mga taong masayahin sa kabila ng mga pagsubok na pinagdadaanan natin. Walang ibang makikita sa ating mga mukha kundi yung hangante. And Filipino is also known for being respectful. Yun ang pangalawa. Kasi yeah, every time may nakausap tayo nakakakita sa atin, we always use the word or say the word po and opo because that is our way to show respect. So Filipino are indeed respectful sa lahat ng sitwasyon. At kasi naman yung mga nakakausap. So ang sarap maging Filipino.
Online class. Ma'am, wala po yung connection ko. Ma'am, reconnecting po ako. Ma'am, ano po ulit sinabi niyo na wala kasi connection ko? Lahat tayo nahihirapan. Lahat tayo naguguluhan. Pag-aaral ngayong pandemya, madali sa iba. Mahirap sa karamihan. Ngunit patuloy na nagsisikap para may ipagmalaki kinabukasan. Kaya ko to at kakayanin ko dahil may pangarap ako.
Hi guys, this day I'm discussing the political self and BPD. The objective of this video is to develop the identity of Filipino and to identify the different Filipino values and traits. First, let's identify who are Filipinos. Filipinos are people who are native or citizen here at the Philippines. Matatawag ang isang Filipino kapag gawin nakatira o ipinanganak mismo dito sa Pilipinas. Next is the traits and values of the Filipinos. Filipino phrases such as mabuhay, salamat, and saying po at opo. Next is Ganyan. The Ganyan is the spirit of helping without expecting something in return. Kaya tayo mga Pilipino bilang isang matulungin sa kapwa tayo tulungin ng galit. We are also known with these values which is the Mamayan habit, which is also called as Mamayanan. Kaya tayo mga Pilipino hapon. Tayo ay inutusan ang lagi natin sinasabi ay Mamayanan. And lastly, as a Filipino, we celebrate different occasions such as birthday, Christmas, All Souls Day, and festivals such as Ayan Festival, Diyan Festival, Pinabayang Festival, Sinulog Festival, and many more.
Karon ipakita na ko sa inyo kung unsang mos ginahimo sa isa ka Pinoy. For example, naga po at opo.
Sir, limos po.
Ito po, ibigay ko to sa iyo. Pinoy ay gumagamit ng bless kung may nakita silang mas matanda sa kanila at sign of respect yung para sa amin. For example.
Please po kayo, kita may parali.
Okay.
Hi guys, for today's vlog, we will discuss about digital self. So what is digital self? Digital self is the aspect of the self that is expressed or shared with others through online interactions on the internet, specifically in social networking sites. How can we expect another to keep our secrets if we cannot keep it ourselves? But before that, let's go to the topic. The sharing of personal information on social networking sites may be related to the strong desire of adolescents for social approval and acceptance. Similar can be said about adults. Tim Berners-Lee made the World Wide Web available to the public. The internet has already become an integral part of everyday life for most of the world's population. So, as for now, we have 4 identities: the identity, the online identity, the partial identity, and the persona. So, identity, the categories of the people used to specify how they are to locate themselves relative to other people. While the other identity is online identity. It is actually the sum of all our characteristics and our interaction. So next identity is partial identity. It's a subset of characteristics that make up our identity.
So persona. The persona is the partial identity we create that represents ourselves in a specific situation.
What's up, guys? So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We are hoping that you have learned something from us, and we hope that you have enjoyed the video. Once again, we are the Youth and Thank you.
So hello guys, so our content for our vlog today is about physical self. First, we'll be having a facial skincare routine, then followed by physical fitness to enhance our physical self. So we'll be using these products. First, we'll use this, followed by this one, then this one, then this, and that's this. So let's begin.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Janalyn Alcinian, and I'm so happy and feel excited to share with you our lesson to discuss about material self.
Hi guys, tonight we have here our very own special guest to share his knowledge and understanding about the material self. So please help me welcome my one and only and very handsome husband, Dean Israelito Peter Yon.
Hello, good evening.
Hi attorney, ano masabi mo about the material self?
Well, in my own humble understanding, material self is what we see in a person and what does person see in himself. So his body, his clothes, his family, all of such physical matters which he considers as his own would reflect his or would be considered as the material self. So when we say material self, everything that can be seen by other persons would constitute his material self. So it's a reflection of his own identity. For example, a person's clothes, a person's appearance would reflect of his characterization of himself, the way he views himself, and that's what he exudes other persons. Because a person who is simple does dress simply, a person who is somewhat flamboyant would dress himself or herself as flamboyant, a person who is intellectual would dress himself very simply. So it's the thing that we see in a person. And that thing that we see in a person is actually a reflection of that person's characterization of himself. That, in essence, is what is my understanding of the material self.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you very much.
Hello guys, welcome back. Our lesson to discuss about the material self. Have you ever heard what is material self? Ano ang nasa isip ninyo? Ang pagiging materialistic? Like, gusto ko ito? Or ito? As we are talking about the material self, kasama dito ang mga tao, lugar, at bagay. Because material self refers to tangible objects. All of our assets like cars, gadgets, that is all part of material possessions. Okay, our innermost aspect, that is why a lot of people are so concerned about their body. Concerned about being healthy, so they work out, some spend of their money, time, and effort for the sake of it. Next is the family. Our family is considered as an important factor of our material self. Having our own family make us feel we're part of it and being part of it. Now, we have a place called home, which we can share our happiness, sadness, our laughter, and bondings together. Material self constituted by our bodies, clothes, family, and home. Even my pets and plants too. Like me, I have a cat and dog. At mga bulaklak, material self, mauni ang mga utang, inyong mabulitan, mastorya. That is how material self works. Alam niyo ba na ang material self has 4 dimensions? First is material self projection. We as a person have something to present to somebody. For example, ganahan ka makakita sa ubang tao o butang like gadgets, cars,
kaya because kaya nimo ug naa kay kakayahan na makakita na. Second is materialistic evaluation of others. We are judging others based on material possessions we can see from them. For example, we can easily say that person is rich or poor because of the things he or she acquired. Third is emotional self-assurance, assuring ourselves that we are doing good. Like nakita sa building, property, you are so happy because you possess a lot of things. And the last dimension is self-deservingness. This is payback time.
So that is how our material self is. Accordingly, self is very fluid. Means it can easily change. For me, the real self is who we actually are. It is how we think, how we feel, look, and act. The real self can be seen by others, but because we have no way of truly knowing others can view us, the real self is our self-image.
So guys, hope you learned something with this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, today I'll be discussing about political self and being Filipino. So first, what is politics? So according to Kendall in 1998, politics is a social institution through which power is acquired and exercised by people in the groups. And in Civil, Agrin, and Jusnin, in 2015, politics is defined as a central component of their identity. So let's talk about politics and identity. According to Maria Serena Jokno in 1997, political self and identity are developed through socialization. So what it means is through ways of people learn knowledge, norms, values, mores, and rules appropriate to their positions in a group or a community.
So these are the 5 origins of political self. First is family. Family has a hierarchical structure, hierarchy, position, status, and power. Through this authority is necessary in the development of political self and identity. Second is school. The school's responsibility is to teach moral, spiritual, and political values that will help the student. Third is church. The church shapes ideals of citizenship and democracy through the religious teachings, values, and tradition. The fourth one is peers. Peers interaction with peers encompasses and emphasizes the equal distribution of power, rights, and privilege. Mass media, source of information on politics.
So hi guys, welcome to my video, and we're going to talk about digital stuff. Before technology came, we had a simple life and there's no secrets. We read books, write on a paper, travel to other country, and communicate with other people, and express our feelings and call it our true self. Today, technology is everywhere. Technology makes our life easier, and technology creating this digital self wherein we are protecting ourselves to its own behavior. First, let us define digital self. Digital self is what we are in this digital world. In the last 15 years, we have been introduced to the World Wide Web, emailing, Facebook, Twitter, cell phones, online games, etc. All of this technology or social media has come at us so fast and fiercely that we haven't had the time to think about how our relationship with it shapes our very identity. Why do we have to have a digital self? We are trying to explore or experience different selves which differ from our true self, like we want to meet expectations of others, to boost our self-esteem and the sense of belongingness. For me, I tend to be someone I'm not in the real world, and that's something I have discovered about myself. With that being said, I think we have this personalities that we thought we don't have, but when exposed to different situations, will surface out. Having different personalities doesn't directly imply being two-faced person, but it shows that you can be more than what you are now. You can be way better from who you are in actual life, and that's a good thing.
Like or not, we all have a digital self, a mask that we put into engage in the digital world. In the last 15 years, we have been introduced to World Wide Web, emailing, chat rooms, online shopping, cell phones, internet gambling, internet pornography, MySpace, Facebook, texting, sexting, tweeting, iPad, search engine sites, Foursquare, and why. Before technology came, we have a simple life and there's no secrets. We read books, write on paper, travel to communicate with other people personally, and many more. We show our feelings and express ourselves, and call it our true self. Today, technology is everywhere. Most of us use technology because we think that it is really beneficial to us and makes our life easier. But in technology, we are also creating this digital self, wherein we have a mask that protects us from insult and engagement. We all have a true self that is complex and fragile, but ultimately, it's our essence, a goal to share itself with the world. We seize our tempted selves to manage the day-to-day anxieties and challenges to come before us. Digital self is what we are inside the digital world. All of this technology has come to us so fast and furiously that we have not had time to think about how our relationship with it shapes our very identity. What you post on Facebook, what the places you share online, who you're connected to on Instagram, and the venues you check in to Twitter. I'll say something about your personality, and increasingly, it's a process people manage with meticulous data. What we watch, where we go, what we like, and what we dislike online are no longer random acts, but self-defining choices with meaning. According to Russell Belt in 1988, he believed that our positions are major contributors and a reflection of our identities. Before, we love buying either colorful clothes or one specific color, eat foods or jewelry, and everything that is considered as a part of ourselves. Today, with technology, we can no longer be away with our smartphones or gadgets. We sometimes panic if we forget it or lose it. Why do we have to have digital self? According to researchers such as Stone 1996 and Himmelberger 2005, we are trying to explore or experience different selves which differ from our true self, like we want to meet the expectation of others. To boost our self-esteem and sense of belongingness, we as individuals have different ways on how we present or package ourselves in the digital world. Just like me, I don't give all my personal information to the internet to protect myself from danger, but I'm more expressive to the internet than in person. Others can't control themselves from enjoying technology, specifically on social media. Some are just pretenders, for example, on internet. Take care, but in reality, they don't take it seriously. To protect ourselves from the digital world by having this digital self, which creates our image in internet, especially the social networking sites. Those people who doesn't know any information from you will believe in the descriptions that you indicate in your profile, like the name, address, contact number, and so on. They will think that it is really you in the way of communication with each other, which also involves the feelings of one another. More example is if they see in your profile that you like a page about this celebrity. Others will expect that you are a fan of that celebrity. People nowadays thought that every information we found on the internet are correct. We don't know the harmful effects of the digital world. In fact, the digital world has given us greater opportunities to express and show our identity in any form we want. But what we all need to remember is, how will we feel if we go so far to express ourselves differently online that forget what reality is? The world today is digital, and we ourselves constructed it.
So what's up guys, this is Ariel from Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, and to this video, pag-uusapan natin kung ano ang experience ko during distance learning. So alam ko na tayong lahat ay prefer natin ang traditional learning than distance learning kasi mas effective ang traditional learning. So during pandemic, patuloy pa rin tayo nag-aaral using distance learning. So guys, we know tayong lahat and experience mga difficulties, problems during distance learning. So marami akong nadaanan ng mga problema at difficulties sa distance learning. So guys, una, poor internet connection. So during exam, mawala ragalit ang connection. So pag mawala ang connection, ang Google Form, muluding ubusab. So pagbalik na po sa pinakaunang katuwa, social isolation. So tayong estudyante ay di gaano nag-communicate to other people. Dahil sinasarili lang natin ang ating mga problema. 3. Distance learning does not offer immediate feedback. Sa sobrang kadagan sa mga students, hindi ma-accommodate na non-reply sa pagkatag feedback sa mga students kay tungod dapat ipakita sa mga teachers ng mga important matters. So guys, mo itong experience during distance learning. At kung susunod ngayon, kita-kita na po. This is Ariel Sponto from Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. Peace.
The Digital Self. There will be the time. There will be the time to meet the faces that you meet. By T.S. Eliot. The love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Sincerity refers to exposure in public of what one feels privately. Authentic. An authentic person is one who takes action based on some internal standard and takes responsibility for this freely chosen action. The social world of a Western influenced society, like the Philippines, typically consists of 3 domains: family, school, neighborhood. Rosenberg, 1986, added a 4th domain, which is the online life. Online life. The online life has definitely altered the dynamics of self-identity, especially for adolescents. I, me, myself, SRID online identity. The self that is constructed online is generally called the digital self. Zhao 2005 analyzed the experience of online users, especially teenagers, have shown that the characteristics of digital self are oriented inward, narrative in nature, retractable, and multiplicable. Oriented inward.